It is the final event for the program today. There's been some wonderful racing, but right now you have got a great rivalry in surf sport. Paul Cracroft-Wilson, the Kiwi, representing Kurrawa, against Simon Harris from Northcliffe. Now, if we're allowed to say that we'd like two to boil down in the beach flags, if it was to be a race in two, I want to see Harris go Cracroft-Wilson, because these guys have a rivalry which goes over a number of years, bordering on they just don't like each other. They're 8 at the moment, it'll be 7, and a lunge there from Michael Waghorn was a little late there from Caves Beach, and he's out of play first up, so will become 7. And he didn't even get the dive in the finish for Michael, but it can be that way in the beach flags. Can be all done and dusted right from the start. Darren Mercer with me in action, and there is Simon Harris closest to camera. He is quite a competitor.
He certainly is. Nerves of steel they've got.
Watch his start. He's good, isn't he? How good is he, Simon Harris?
He's so quick.
He's up, and he's across the 20-metre track and diving in the sand. And Andrew Bolt from Bribey Island is eliminated in 7th position. But look at Harris closest to camera.
He even had a little look to his side there. How far in front am I?
So down to 6 now. Still Currell well represented. Morgan Voster also in the field. Christopher Stewart closest to camera. Pretty good start as well. And there's trouble though for Michael Schnabel from North Cronulla. He got jostled right out of the event. That time Schnabel didn't get the dive in.
Well, I'll tell you now, he won't mind me saying this. He is 41 years old, Michael, and has been competing for a long, long time. And a great bloke.
And now down to 5.
Ready.
City of Perth represented, Dean Scarf, that white cap you can see. And up we go. That'll be a popular result if Dean Scarf can get through here. And well, he's gathered a flag. The competitor eliminated, Christopher Stewart.
Simon Harris didn't have it all his own way at that one.
Well, the competitors up the top end of the course, you can see 3 going for 2 flags. The 2 closest to camera, fine. Dean Scarf was fine. Look, Dean Scarf might have been 5th in that race, but he was still able to claim a flag. And we're down to 4. Harris, Cracroft-Wilson, Morgan Foster and Dean Scarf.
This is the tough one. You don't want to miss out here. You miss out here, you miss out on a medal.
Harris patting the sand. He's going through his pre-race routine. Eyes shut. What a way to finish the day. And again, Harris explodes up. Scarf's in trouble this time. Dean Scarf, he had to change course once he realised he had to go across on the angle, and Dean Scarf from the City of Perth misses out on a medal in the beach flags.
Simon Harris is really starting to put the pace on now. Down to 3.
2 from Kurrawa, Cracroft-Wilson and Morgan Foster.
I love this crowd, Posse.
Can play up to them too. Talk about your post-goal or post-try celebrations in some of the football codes. There can be some interesting celebrations in the beach flags. Concentration now. They have to shut out the crowd. They have to shut out the music. The expectation of the fans. It's down to business. This is their office. Simon Harris furthest away from camera. 5 times champion. And up they come. Cracroft-Wilson and Foster. Harris is going to get safely through. And Morgan Foster's out of business, and we've got the 2 great rivals going head-to-head, Darren.
You got your wish. This is going to be a tough one. They are so quick, and they just boxed him out of there. No chance of coming through to get that flag. 3rd place.
Rueful look on the face of Morgan Foster. Shakes hand with his teammate first of all. Harris versus Cracroft-Wilson. Cracroft-Wilson, a Kiwi who moved here around about 4 years ago now. Controversial false start in last year's final. No love lost between the 2. And it was Cracroft-Wilson first, Harris second. Here's Cracroft-Wilson. I'd like to have a rule where no bloke with a hyphen can win a beach flags race. Makes it very hard to call, Darren.
Well, there's Simon Harris patting it down. They want that sand as hard as it can be underneath their hands so they get a good push off and turn.
Husband of Christy Harris, champion Iron Woman. She's in the stands here. Would have loved to have been competing. So Harris versus Cracroft Wilson as it was last year. Harris has won in 03, 04, 05, 06.
Ready.
Harris closest to camera. Our final event for the day. And up they come. Harris has got the best of the start. He stumbles. Well, hang on a second.
No.
Another false start, just like last year.
A little bit edgy, and it's Harris. Just slightly before that whistle. And he knows. A cheeky look over his shoulder too. They love it, these guys, they love it.
Well, really puts the pressure on Harris now if he wants to win
That's it.
another title.
One more. Next person that breaks out.
Well, it was a tragedy for Cara Langendam in the women's. You don't like to see the final two decided in that way. No eye contact between the two. These two have not looked at each other, Harris and Cracroft Wilson.
No.
Not once. And then now, to make a duffer out of me, he has a little peep over the right shoulder. But up until that point, they had just ignored each other totally in their own little worlds, even though they're less than a metre apart. They will explode across the 20 metres. In patting down the sand. Crowd appreciates the need for silence as well.
Senators ready.
In starters' hands. Deep breath from Harris.
Down.
And this time it's a clean start. Harris is in front. Harris has got there with Cracroft Wilson on his back. And he gets up as pumped up as you will see any competitor at the Nationals. Oh boy. Have a look at Simon Harris.
Does he love this arena?
Title number 6 in the beach flags. He gave Paul Cracroft Wilson a gentle spray, I think you'd say it. And then he has let rip. He gets the best of the start, and that after breaking previously under enormous pressure. It's a clear win.
Normally he'd get up a little bit slower, but it didn't even faze him. He knew when that whistle went, up he went, round and grabbed that flag.
I like the boys. Simon Harris ahead of Cracroft Wilson. Morgan Foster, the bronze medal.